right, there we go. We're recording. Let's see. All right, I've got you guys muted. If you want to go ahead and say something, just feel free to unmute yourself. Since there's only 4 of us, I don't feel like it's going to be that big of an issue with sound, but that works. All right, so today what I wanted to talk about was pendulum and charts. I kind of feel like we've been on pendulum for quite a while now, but I apologize again for not being there last week. I didn't feel very well. Anyway, do you guys have your pendulum charts printed out or have your own or written one or anything like that? Cool. Awesome. All right, good, good, good. I don't. Mine wouldn't print. So I have, oh, never mind. I'm not even gonna look for it. Okay, let's start with saying what I do. When I do a pendulum, I've been using pendulum for a long time, and I actually don't even use a chart anymore. What I do is I'll just get a piece of paper. Let me see. Oh, well, I was gonna show you something, but my daughter, never mind. I apologize for that. Man, okay. I was going to show you what I do. You know what? We're just going to have to do live action what I show you when I do a pendulum chart myself. Okay, I'll start at the beginning. All right, so when we're using our pendulum, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and unmute you guys. I kind of want this to be interactive right now, actually. Everybody unmuted? I can't unmute Mitch. You'll have to do yourself, buddy. All right, so, oh, there's Pam. Hey, girl. Hi. All right, so I'm just gonna have us all be unmuted today. Since there's not very many of us, I feel like it's okay. Do you have your pendulum chart, Pam?
I do. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I just now being able to hear you for whatever reason.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
I have multiple pendulum charts. I've been drawing lots of them.
Good. I tried to get mine to print out, but they wouldn't print. All right, so we all got our charts. Have you guys been practicing your yeses and your nos? Yes, perfect, perfect. Yes, 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 yes. Everybody's practicing their yes and nos.
I had the same problem Sabrina had, just kind of getting the same 2 yeses.
Okay, did you see the live video last night?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
didn't see it live, but I saw it.
Good. Okay. I hope that helped out and made it a little bit clear.
Yeah.
Let's touch a little bit more on that. When you get the same answer for yes and no, it could be either you're getting a yes and then a no, or vice versa. That's kind of how that works. Your pendulum's only going to be as accurate as your technique is also. So if you're going into it and you're asking like, if you're distracted and you got like TV in the background, you're like, yeah, I kind of want to know what's up. And then you're just like asking, why not? Oh, over here watching TV. Or not working, whatever. You know what I mean? Something like that. You got to be focused. Okay, so with the charts, this is a way of going deeper into divination, divining information from your higher self or your subconscious self. So what we're doing with charts is we're finding more than just the yes, the no's, the maybes. With charts, we're going to be able to dive in and find like distinct answers that we're looking for. So for instance, one of the charts that I have on the website, well, many of them actually, let me scroll down to them. Many of them have multiple choices on there. So that's kind of what we're talking about when we do pendulum charts with multiple choice answers. So if you have a specific question that you want to know more about than just yes, no, or maybe, you're going to use a chart with multiple options on it. So for instance, like Pam showed me her chakra chart, right? Well, her chakra chart has many different options on it. It has all the different chakras on it. So instead of asking, there we go, perfect. So instead of asking, is my let's say throat chakra open, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a chart of the chakras, and we're gonna ask questions specifically about the throat chakra, or about, how do I say this? About
if they're on or off, or?
Well, that would be a yes or no. We're trying to look for deeper information. Here, let me use a different example. I'm going to go to time frames, actually. Okay, so let's say you want to know if you're going to get married. There we go. There's a good example. If you're going to get married, you can have either a yes or a no or a maybe. But with a time chart, let me draw this out real quick for you guys. 1 through 10. Okay, here's a very, oh my gosh, I love you, Pam. That's it right there. Good grief, I love you.
Talk, Pam.
Okay, so you guys see the 1 through the 10 on the bottom there? And then the today, soon, weeks, months, this year, and years. So we're not just going to ask, am I going to get married this year, but we're going to ask, when am I going to get married? So what we're going to do is we're going to be specific with our intent and say, when am I going to get married? And we're going to either use the top line or the bottom line. And when we're doing it, let's see how I can show this.
I know it's going to be hard.
I know, right? I didn't think about how I was going to show it like this.
Hold on. Are you on the laptop, Kelsey?
No. I'm not.
Maybe if you just do it like
I could just hold it up like this.
that.
So here's our chart with our little circle in the middle, right? We got all our different answers right here. So when we're using our pendulum and it's like, does this make sense just hanging over the top like this? Okay, so instead of asking yes, no, or maybe, or whatever, and we have our dates down here. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna hang our pendulum over this little dot right here, right? This is more difficult than I thought it would be. We're gonna say, okay, so am I gonna get married in the next year? And if it's giving you your yes, you're gonna be like, okay, well, when in the next year am I gonna get married? And it's gonna go like this, or like this, or like this, and you're gonna have a strong swing over the number, the specific number that you're asking for. So let's say somebody wants to know, am I gonna get a new job? Okay, yes, you're gonna get a new job. Well, when am I gonna get the new job? I'm gonna get the new job in 2, right? Well, 2 what? 2 what am I gonna get it in? And then it's gonna swing to either like weeks, months, years, something like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay, good. All right, good. Perfect. That's pretty much all you need to do when you're using a chart. It is exactly, hi Steph. You can't hear us either.
Not yet. There's like a 10-second delay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on.
The idea of it is basically the same as getting your yes and no answers, except your pendulum is going to swing specifically where you need it to swing. It's not going to be a different yes. It's not going to be a different no. It's going to swing exactly where you need it to. And if it's not working, then it's because you're not grounded or protected or focused. Does that make sense for you guys?
I mean, obviously, there's a strategy in putting your list down, right? You want
Yeah.
people.
Okay, so beyond just the chart and the dates and the months, you also have the option to have blank charts. So,
What kind of chart?
a blank chart,
Oh, blank chart. Okay.
blank chart. So you can have this chart that's blank, just like this. You can have like a half moon chart that would look like that. Or you can come up with your own options for like the words on the bottom. And I feel like blank charts, for me, they work out much better than a chart that already has words on it, because I'm forced to come up with the options. I'm like on a chart that already has the words and the options on there. That's a whole bunch of information that maybe I don't actually need for these questions. So I'm forcing my pendulum and my higher self and the divination to work on a different level that I don't need it to. So with a blank chart, you can write in all the options that you need for that question or for that idea specific. Hey, Megan.
Obviously, you want to do them in an even number. Like if you have yes, then no, and
no, for the charts, you don't need the yes or the no. For the charts, you're looking for other information beyond the yes and no.
but the other information, you'd want the opposite of it. or like
Opposite? Opposite of what?
whatever your question is, or whatever your answers are.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Okay.
I am too.
Maybe I'm
Sorry.
still confused.
Can I? All right.
Nick,
So
Nick,
let me
we know you have a reasoning to this.
Have a what?
We know you do have a reasoning to this.
You mean because of the way it swings, like how it swings, it does the back and the forth? Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, would you want? I don't know. Like, I'll let you go ahead. Never mind.
What's your
It'll make
thoughts,
sense.
Sam?
I was just gonna show you like okay, so I made a specific chart, like as if I were talking to angel spirit guides to like directly for, say I had a client that wanted to specifically talk to their grandmother. All right, so this is just an example. I made this chart and it just has, if you look at it, it just has like responses that I feel like a loved one might give somebody.
Okay.
So again, like I have one that I will ask, like, what specific crystal should I put under my pillow tonight? Or, you can really do whatever you want with the chart. It's just about where it's going to go when you ask the question.
Does that make
You
sense,
can
Mitch?
put whatever number you want, 3, 5, 6, 8 answers.
Oh, yeah, you can put any kind of
Okay.
answer you want on there. Absolutely anything. The options are unlimited, but just make sure you put what fits for you.
Okay. So it doesn't need to be even or odd or
No.
like matching or yin and yang.
No, it's you want it to be. The pendulum is going to work how it needs to work for you, regardless of where the option's at.
Okay.
Make sense?
Peace.
Okay, so for me, on the circle, when I have all different answers all around here, this is what works for me. So there's other options out there, but what works for me is if I have like an answer here, all different answers, when I'm trying to get an answer and I hold it in the middle, I'll just see which way it swings. Like, even though I'm holding it right here, the signifying answer, whichever way it swings, it's going to swing a little bit back, but whichever is the stronger point that it's swinging to is how I decide which one it goes to. Does that make sense? Who is that? Is that Linda?
Hi, Linda. I'm in the car with Steph. I'm driving, so my mom's looking at the phone because I'm driving.
Oh,
so.
cool. Hey, girl. I was confused for a second. Like her hair's
I know.
done.
I'm listening.
I know,
I am
huh?
listening and she's watching.
5-year-old Stephanie.
So
Okay.
she made a chart, Stephanie, like a pie chart. You hang the pendulum over the center of it, correct? Okay. You ask the question, and then whichever part of the pie chart it goes to, that's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
And you put in the pie chart what
The
What
answers
answer
that
do
you're
you want?
looking for, yep. Any options that might be available for that question.
gotcha. And then you okay. Oh, and then you leave the pendulum in the middle of the circle, and then you ask the question, and then you see where the pendulum swings in the circle.
Yep, like this. And for me, it'll be like this.
Show me what she's doing. I can't see. Yeah. So it's going to swing from the center out somewhere in some direction. And I'll watch this on the replay, Kelsey, since I can't watch right now.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Pam.
Oh, I was just, can you elaborate a little on the blank? So say you said you leave them blank. How do you determine your answer with a blank one?
No, I start with a blank chart and then I fill it in. I don't leave an area blank. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I don't leave it blank. So what I do, honestly, is I don't use chart. I think I talked about that a little bit here in the beginning. I don't use chart, but what I do is I will go with 2 answers and then 2 answers and then 2 answers. So for this lady that I talked to yesterday, she was wanting to meet a man, and I decided I was going to use the date and the time at the bottom, and we'd find out when is she going to meet him. So I did my thing, and we found out when she was going to meet him, and it was this year. And then it was going to be in 7 months. And then we were trying to figure out where she was going to meet him. So she said, well, am I going to meet him at school, at work, yada, yada, yada. And I didn't have a chart, a blank chart to write down or anything to write down with. So in my mind and with my finger, I just pointed to, okay, so school's up here, work's over here. School, work.
Okay.
Right?
In your mind. You did it in your mind.
I did it in my mind, yeah. So this is just kind of on the go. So it didn't say school or work. It gave me the maybe. So the maybe was also the no, since it didn't point to it. So I said, okay, well, is she going to meet him at church or is she going to meet him at Union Station? And I got a no again. Okay, well, long story short, I got no's on everything. She wasn't going to meet him any of those places. So that just
Because she could literally meet him anywhere. Right.
True. Well, it also is that there's things that need to happen, like things need to go into play, things need to be decided on his part because he's third party of
Right.
information.
Right.
So I wasn't able to pick up the information yet. Yeah.
Right.
This first chart. Oh, what was it? You don't have to have a circle pie chart. You can write everything down in a line if you want to, if that makes it easier for you. So you can use your circle, or you can use the line, or you can, you can use the half moon, like I have posted on the site. Yeah. Okay. Does that resonate for everybody? Does that make sense?
He's going like this and pulling my clothes. You want my attention? I think I need mom. I think I need to mute this. I think they can hear me.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. Okay.
All right. He has to mute.
There we go. Awesome. Okay, so for those of us that do have charts, let's go ahead and do just a little bit of practice. Did I touch base enough for us to have a general idea of how to use charts, lists?
Yeah.
Is everybody clear?
If I understand, you did.
Okay. Good. Okay, cool. Carmen, do you have your pendulum?
I do. I have my pendulum.
Does everybody have theirs? Everybody good? Awesome. Okay, good. All right, who wants to try first? Who wants to practice? Nobody? Okay, let's just start at the top then. I want all of us to actually go through this one time, okay? Carmen, I'm gonna have you go first since you're on the top of the
Okay.
screen.
So
Okay.
do I ask a question where I already know the answer to kind of confirm that it's working for me? Or do I just ask, sorry?
If you want, that's fine. If not, that's fine also. Just make sure you're connected to your pendulum. You have to be connected to your higher self, spirit, angels, however that may be, and then go ahead and ask the question. So first, okay, since we're just beginning, first step, we're going to ask a question that's yes or no. That is within the question. Let's see. Let's collectively come up with a question that we all want to answer. What do you guys want to know about?
How big will the group grow?
Cool.
Wow.
Will the group grow? That is we can get a yes or no, and we can get a number based off of that. Okay.
So
will the group grow? It would be our yes or no question. So let's collectively ask, will the
we're all asking, okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question? Because the audio was cutting in and out.
Will the group grow?
Oh.
Let's start with that. Will the group grow?
Will the group? Yes.
Yes. I don't know what's going on with me, but I feel so disconnected today for some reason. Does anybody else feel that today?
I've felt it for like going on over a week now.
Yeah? Yeah, it's like,
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
right now I do because my pendulum is doing the clockwise thing again, and it wasn't doing that till yesterday.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, I got a yes for will the group grow. Will the group grow?
So did I.
I got a yes.
All right. So the original question was, how big will the group grow? Correct? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reword this to fit the answers that we have given. So let's use the chart that Carmen and Mitch have, the one that has the numbers at the bottom. Pam, use the one that you have with the numbers at the bottom. And what we're gonna do is we're going to ask, how big will the group grow? So since our numbers are 1 to 10, and let's assume that the number is unlimited, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to word it so that our 1 to 10 can fit the question. Does that make sense? So how big will the group grow? So let's assume that, let's say it could grow over 1,000, right? So let's assume, how would we?
Kelsey,
Yeah.
in that case, do we give it a timeline? Like, let's say, how many members will we have by the end of the year? Or do we give it a timeline, or
Yes,
does it stay
actually,
open?
that's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, you want to find out how to answer the question based off of your answers on the chart. So how many by the end of the year? Let's say if we're going to have more than 10, we're going to want an additional number at the end of, like a plus sign or a more, or somewhere on your chart you're going to want to have the answer of more than just the 1 to 10 that we have on the numbers. So what I would do personally is I would say, how many zeros, okay, what's the first number of the numbers, right? And then I would ask, what's the first number of the numbers? And I would ask, and let's say it's going to be 23 people, right? I would ask, and it would go to the 2, and then I would say, okay, what is my second number? And then it would go to the 3 for me. So that's how I would get number specific.
Would that work? Like where you get the numbers 1 to 10?
Yeah, perfect. Very,
Okay.
very good. Perfect. Yes. That is another option for a circle. I was thinking linear, but for circle, the idea that Mitch just had is perfect, actually. Where'd everybody go?
How many people? We're here.
I think we just got quiet.
Okay.
Okay, so now are we asking for the first number?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
How big?
I'm sorry. I get distracted so easily. So yeah, we'll ask for the first number. Where is the chart at? It's right there.
Kelsey, quick question. Can you remind me the best way to clear your pendulum again?
Swing it, sage it, sweep it with your hand like that. Like just brush it away. Yep, swing it around. All right, so how big will the group grow by the end of the year? What's the well, okay, Mitch is using a different chart than
So
I
I
am.
went 1 through 10, 20, 20 through 30, 30 through 50, or 50 plus, and it went 50 plus, but we'll see.
That's a little overwhelming. 50 plus.
My first number is definitely 2. The first number.
So you're making
I'm getting an 8.
Okay, so Carmen's getting an 8. Sabrina is getting a 2. Mitch got 50 plus.
went right there.
These are really different answers. I'm getting a 2 also. Let's see, Carmen. Can you ask your pendulum to be more clear? Just state out loud Just tell your spirit teams, your angels, your higher self,
First number.
state that the other answers that have been received are not the same. Can they be more clear? And see if you get the same result.
Okay, sorry, how do I phrase that?
Just ask your spirit team, just say, please be more clear, be more specific in your answer.
Okay.
Let's see if you get the same result.
Please be more specific in your answer to as how many members will be
I'm still gonna do.
in the group by the end of the year.
No. Oh, you got a 2, Mitch?
On the first number.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm getting the 2.
There, okay. How did you feel when you got the 8? Did you feel like you were questioning it? Did you feel confident in that number?
I don't know, maybe I wasn't as specific. I should have said clearer in my question. I don't know.
What were the answers that you guys got? I'm sorry.
We all got 2.
We got
My second number is an 8.
And what was the question? Sorry.
What is the second number? What is
Okay.
the second number? What is the second number?
what is the second number?
I'm mine is swinging. My pendulum is swinging towards the 2 as well.
For the second number or the first number?
Oh crap! I don't know. Wait, what?
Okay, if you don't know, then you're on the first number.
Oh! It's for the first number. It's swinging. Mine is going up towards the 2 right now.
Okay, mine's going to the 8 for the second number also.
I got the 8 as well.
Nice.
Yay!
Isn't that cool?
Oh. Let me see your chart. See.
Mine? This is not a very good looking chart. I have a 3-year-old. You see that?
So it's a continuum in there? Or
No, that's pin where my daughter has drawn through it. It's not a good looking chart, if you can see that. That's gel pen where my daughter drew through the words. Yeah, so I'm sorry, it's not clear, but it is man. I don't really use charts, so I'm sorry, and I couldn't get them to print, but I'll try to give you an idea here. It's 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, all the way down to 10, and then it says today, soon, months, or what, weeks, months, this year, and years.
Gotcha.
Okay. There, yes, Pam. Perfect. Look at Pam's. That's exactly what mine looks like, except hers is nice looking. Hers is.
Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you.
Awesome. So we got 28. Well, that's exciting.
Wow.
That's exciting. I'm gonna need.
Are you sure we went all the way? Maybe it's 2,800.
Yeah. How do I know we've done the whole thing?
Because I would prefer it not go any higher than that. I'd have to hire someone, I think.
You're not.
Let's see if there's a third number. Oh, good Lord. I don't. Okay. Let's see if there's a third number.
Let's be prepared.
All right, so how should
I
we word it?
forgot to put a 0 on my chart.
Let's ask yes and no. Is there a third number?
Is there a third number?
Gosh, I feel like I'm gonna influence this. Is there a third number?
Hey, you guys, on a side note, I just got the number. I just saw the number 777 like twice.
Yay!
Like just now, I just saw it. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
I gotta know.
Yeah, what is
I gotta know
what does
too. Thank God.
777 mean?
Not that I don't want to help more people, but this is so new to me. I don't know that I would be able to help more than that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, mute button.
Hey, Mitch said he'll help you.
Yeah, I'll hire you, Mitch.
Yeah, I might need a job.
Cool, we can do it. Well, that's what the point of this is that you guys can actually use this and go forth and like help other people, you know? Do this as an
Yes.
income. Use this as an income. Yeah, people need more of us. People need more people like us.
Absolutely. Yeah. I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
Okay, so we did numbers. Let's see. Do we want to do names, like letters?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use this one for that.
I was just going to ask you, hey, Pam, can you show us a chart? All right, so let's say that the same idea of the numbers is what we're going to do with the letters. So some people do not wish to communicate with other spirits, like earthly beings that have passed on with the pendulum. I personally have no problem with it because I'm a medium, so I talk to them anyway. And I think that pendulum is just another way of being able to communicate with loved ones that have passed on. I've heard people say that they feel like it's attributed to the same idea as a Ouija board. But I've heard other people say not. It really just depends on how it feels for you, how it resonates for you. If you feel like bad vibes or if you feel kind of iffy about doing it, then I would suggest don't do it, because that would be your higher self trying to give you that intuition or that gut instinct that this is a bad idea. Let's not do this, okay? But if you are cool with it, then let's do it.
I will be honest, Kelsey, when I saw your chart for the first time, it did kind of look like a Ouija board kind of thing. And I did kind of like, it took me back a little bit.
Yeah?
And I even showed it to my oldest daughter. She's like, Mom, I didn't even say anything. She's like, that looks kind of like a Ouija board. And I'm like, I know. I'm like, it's just, it's all good intentions. I work with love and light. So
if you're not comfortable, then don't do it, though, is what I'm saying. Because if you're not comfortable with it, it could be your higher self or your spirit team or your angels giving you a warning that, hey, you're not ready to do this. So if you're not comfortable, don't do it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point.
I was watching Psychic University, and the guy went into Ouija boards, and he said, most people's or why they got a bad rap is people don't know what they're doing, and they start with the Ouija board, and it really needs to be done by somebody that
is protected,
and understands, and
comes from a place
They know what they're doing.
Yeah. I don't use Ouija boards, and it's only because it's my upbringing and it's been ingrained in me, and I can't shake the idea of it. And I've asked if it was safe.
Right.
And I've been told by my spirit team it's safe, but I can't shake the idea of like the stories my mom has told me.
Really.
Yeah.
So your mom does this too, right?
Oh, my mom does everything, but not the Ouija. She's got some crazy stories about the Ouija. Crazy. Yeah, she's got some crazy stories.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, okay, I'll tell you when. I guess when they were younger, my grandma bought them a Ouija board, and they were playing with it, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how they got the Ouija board, but they got it, and my grandma was like, "No, you guys can't have this." So they put it in the trash. Next day, it showed up in their house. So they decided.
Wow.
Yeah. So they decided they were going to burn it, and it wouldn't catch on fire. So my grandma prayed over it, and then it just burst into flames. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, say that again?
It burst into flames when my grandma prayed over it. Like they tried to burn it, it wouldn't just disappear. Like it kept showing up. And when they prayed over it, it burst into flames.
Whoa.
I don't know.
We have a Ouija blanket. Ouija blanket.
So you wrap yourself around it.
Oh,
So-
That could be fun.
I have a Ouija doormat.
Wherever you want to go with it, just
I figure if they don't want to come through, like I figure That's cool. That'll be like if they see that, they're like, I'm out. I'm like,
Right?
wait,
Yeah,
wait.
Too
yeah.
much information, they say. Too much
Each
information.
their own. If you use it, cool, awesome. I don't, not because
Mom,
it scares me, but just because my mom, I love her and I respect her, and she's like,
Here's
"Don't
someone
do
with that here and so.
it." But it doesn't stop me from using a pendulum chart.
Okay,
Okay, so let's ask our spirit guide what their name is. Let's do that.
Oh.
I
So this
love
is the way. Have you guys met your spirit guides yet? Have you done the main guide meditation?
I've tried.
Yeah, I've tried. Yeah.
Tried? Okay, that's all that matters. Here's my alphabet chart.
Kelsey, can you have more than one spirit guide? I know I've met two.
Mhm. Yes, absolutely can.
I have 9.
Yeah.
9?
You have 9? Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
It's like
cool.
Carmen, like you said, it's like your team, your whole team.
It is. It's my team. And I know I've met two, and I think there's one that's showing up, but I don't know their names. And I don't know where they come from. I don't know who they are. Like,
Yeah.
I met one different, but I don't know her name, but maybe you guys have seen this because I've never seen this. But mine was like blue, like a Smurf face. She like peeked out of these clouds, and she was smiling kind of like the treasure cat, and she had dark hair and a gold crown, but she was definitely blue and had like a caterpillar body. So, and I was awake. So I don't know if I don't know if there's a certain, I'm trying to find like a picture of something like that, or maybe it was just
does she represent something? The
only thing I can think is maybe like Mother Earth or something. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Excuse me, guys, for just a second. Go ahead and continue talking.
Oh, I was mostly done. I just wondered if anybody knows of a picture like that, or
Yeah.
But she was mainly blue and a gold crown for sure. So
blue and gold. I wonder what we got to see what those colors represent. You know, with the blue and gold.
Oh yeah, where's that? Blue and gold was.
Look up those. Well, blue.
Blue and gold was Michael.
Blue is your throat. Yeah, blue is Michael.
Gold is Michael.
Blue and gold were.
And blue is your throat chakra, and gold is your crown chakra. So you're looking at your throat and crown chakras, and I think Mitch just said that's Archangel Michael's colors.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had gold. I knew he had blue, but okay. He's showing up a lot lately, though, Archangel Michael, for everyone. It seems like lately.
He is. He is. Busy Archangel. He's busy.
Yeah.
I had a lady do a reading on me last night, and she said Uriel and Metatron were here with me.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. And
that's cool.
And kind of scary at the same time, but cool.
Metatron, yeah, he does the Akashic records, right, Kelsey? He looks. He looks.
I think
over
so. Yeah.
I think he heads over the Akashic records, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly he's also like one of the only ones that was ever part human.
Yes.
Or walked as something like that.
Yes. He was human. Previous.
So Kelsey, yeah, we want to do. My mom's behind me inquiring. She's excited too. She wants to know how we find out the name of our spirit guides.
I had a lady tell me many years ago that she described my spirit guide, but I never got the name.
She said my mom's spirit guide was like drop dead gorgeous.
The most beautiful being she'd ever seen.
Like gorgeous.
Oh wow. Do you guys watch Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
You do?
Link.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, Link's my spirit guide.
Link is her spirit guide. Link?
The one that's dating Amelia.
Yeah.
Link. Yeah, that's her spirit
guide. Yeah, no spoilers for those that don't watch. But Link, yeah, Link's my spirit guide. He looks like Link.
Girl, you're a lucky woman.
Dude, and he has a sense of humor. He is so funny. He's so funny.
Oh my God. Okay, so yes, we would love to find out their names.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask for a main guide spirit name. Okay, so if you don't already know, or if you do know, are you already working on it, Pam?
Do we need to write something down on the chart, Kelsey, or no?
I already know my gatekeeper, like main spirit guides.
Main spirit.
So this will be interesting for me because it'll be
confirmation.
Nice. Yeah.
So we'll have you can either have something like this with the alphabet on it.
Oh, you gotta write the alphabet out.
Like that.
Okay. So Kelsey, can we write the alphabet out right now?
You can either write it in a circle, or you can write it in a half moon. The half moon with the alphabet, or the chart that Mitch and Carmen and Sabrina have. Yeah, there you go.
See, she had A, B, C.
Oh, here you go.
Like that. Look, Mom. Look. Ooh, that would be good to print out. You know, find that and print that out.
I'll post it today.
Okay. QRS. Okay, we got it written out. Okay.
Got it? All right. So we talked about the way that the pendulum does the directions. So we're going to look for the significant angle. So let's say the letter starts with a J. We're going to hold it here, and we're going to ask for it to spell out the name. So we're going to see which way it moves for us.
I don't know. What? Hold it where?
Hold it in the center, right? You said make a center.
Yep. Right here in the center.
Yep.
This is freezing.
And then while it's there, we're gonna ask, what's the first letter? Spell out your name. What's the first letter?
Q.
All right, so everybody go ahead and try to do this and write the name out. And when it's finished, it's gonna go to a direction where there's nothing.
Problem is your letters are so close together. How do you know which one it's going to?
Well, look at it. That's a clear N.
Oh, that is an N. Okay, so let me write that down. N. Okay, N. And then it'll stop, she said, when it's done.
I knew it was going to go to I. I.
This is fun. It is going to. Oh my God. Niall. E? This is so fun.
I keep hearing the letters before they get there.
Awesome.
Is it a second L? Where's that it? No, I'm saying. Kelsey, you'll know when it's done, when it does what? It stops.
When it goes to the area where there's nothing.
I knew it was going to go to M.
Are you serious, Mom?
Mm-hmm. N-I-L-M.
That is amazing.
I knew it. I knew every letter was going to.
Are there any
All right, mine's being a jerk.
so cute? Kelsey's so cute.
I don't know my spirit guide's name. I've heard it. I can't pronounce it. I can't repeat it.
Mine is a weird, I just made up, like I just went with what it told me. It's the weirdest spelling and I just said it. And then I said, can you please tell me if I'm saying it correctly? And it told me yes, so.
Oh, good.
Milk.
Watch it.
Oh, God.
See the K?
Yes. That's an interesting name,
Milk.
Yeah, don't let the names throw you off, because they're gonna be names. You're gonna be like, what? That doesn't make any. It might be crazy, but
Yeah.
don't let that give you doubt.
Right, because I
I'm
can't
saying-
repeat
I'm
my.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm saying that out of personal experience, because I struggle with doubt. So
Yeah, Pam, my mom's is coming back. Nilmk. Nilk.
yep.
Nilk.
And I heard each letter in my head
And that's,
before it went
and
there.
that's a strange name.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Mine is Gerfuk. GRFUK. Gerfuk.
Perfect. And
There's
see,
another L.
Nilkala.
Well, it might be long.
Right.
I mean, no lips or something.
FYF. Silmerg.
You write that one down?
Silmerg. FSYLNRG.
FFYL. Hold on. Say that again.
FSYLNRG.
Oh, now this is going to be interesting because it's going sideways. So
Hey, Kelsey.
Yeah.
What do you do?
never mind, it's going to the left.
Okay, but if this ever happens, if it's going sideways,
Oh, I got
That's
it.
for the
and
name.
it's going to two different letters
No,
at the same
never
time.
mind. I got it. A. See, it's over here. Start from the center.
Nilkla. Nilkla.
Wait, not quite. Are there any other letters in your name? Beautiful spirit. I'll just call him Nelm. I'm gonna call you Nelm.
Can you have a nickname for your spirit guide?
Yeah, I call mine Link.
Link. She calls her spirit guide Link. Yeah, exactly. He's a total hottie.
Right?
Right, mine's stopping over
Kelsey,
the
yours stops after the G. That's
Yeah.
the last letter.
Uh-huh.
Nilkla.
Nilmkla. Nilmkla.
Just call him Nil.
I'll call him Nilm.
She calls hers Link.
Thank you. Nilm.
Here, let me do mine.
All right.
Okay.
Yours
All
then.
right, here we go.
Nilm.
So what did you ask again? You just said
Just
tell me.
ask your beautiful
What is my
spirit guide
guide's
to
name?
tell you the first letter. Oh, can you ask it if it's male or female? It'll go to the M, or the F is a letter.
Yeah, unless it's not one that was ever a male or female.
Oh, true. Could just be.
Okay, Mom, come watch us so you can help me figure out where this is going.
You'll know. Looks like an F to me.
You think?
So look at it. You're over the
That
top.
could be. I'm not over. I'm kind of at an angle. What does it clearly look like?
Now it's showing an E. Now it's going to the D. In the center. Start from the center. Start again.
Spirit guide. What is the
Has
first
anybody,
letter?
maybe we could ask, Carmen, are you doing this, Carmen?
I am, but I don't even,
So what is the first letter?
there's like no vowels in my name.
There's only one in Kelsey's.
I've got HSSH. I got this.
What this is doing?
You need to get over the center.
I
Direction it's going. Please, Spirit guide, show me the first letter in your name.
I know that
Way over there.
for us as people, we have names. We're labeled as names. Your spirit guide may not have a name. The same letters. I always get the same letters for mine. I can't pronounce it. It doesn't sound like FSYLNRG when he says it to me, but I also can't repeat it either. Like if I hear it,
I think it's
can't.
okay.
Well, ask yes or no.
Almost, I don't know how to. I can't even explain how to. I'm gonna give up. I can't say the name. I can't say the name, right? But
Got a 9.
not every angel has a name. Not every guide is gonna have a name. Us as people, we have names because we live by labels. We live by identifying factors.
So thank you.
Your guide may not necessarily have a name per se, but whatever you want to call your guide is perfectly okay. Ask if that's okay. Ask for permission to say, hey, can I call you this? Like I call mine Link, and he's cool with that.
I've always called mine Rudy for some reason.
There you go, Rudy. Rudy.
Rudy came into my head one day, so, but
Eric?
Okay, Sabrina, what was yours? What did you get?
That looks like an F.
All I got was BAE, and then it just
Hey,
like
babe.
stopped.
Hey, baby. Hey, babe. That's cool. At least you
Maybe-
got yours. Mitch,
Please,
what'd you get?
just another letter, and then we'll go.
Hey, Mom, where's the car?
Let's go over here somewhere.
GUSTGMT.
Look around the wall.
Does it? Not many vowels. One vowel.
GUSTGNT. Gus.
Look at this. That's what I thought.
I know that sometimes
We'll
too, they might send it to you kind of scrambled. So like it could be a name and they're just not getting you the letters in order. So, you know.
Oh. So you should ask them up front, please send the letters in order.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be. Yeah, you could try that.
Again, that goes back to your intention and being specific in your wording. Yeah, that's a good
But
point.
I like Kelsey's. I think if you just say,
It's
hey, this is what I'm getting from that. Is that cool? Usually, I think that's like, it's all about intention. So.
You want to find out what yours is?
Sweet Spirit Guide. Show me the next letter in your name,
If there is one.
if there is one.
If there is one.
It's coming this way.
So we're good on numbers. We're good on letters.
What's that, Mom?
We're good on dates, like time frames.
I think it's the V.
Yeah. I feel like
Mom.
that.
IFSKV.
Okay.
It's.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. Okay. Okay, so letters and numbers and dates. That kind of encompasses mainly what the charts and the lists and the grids and the pie charts are all about. You can have them pre-written, pre-formatted, like the ones you printed, like this, or you can write them out how you want, or you can just have an idea in your head. You can draw them with your finger. You can just imagine them, and however you're holding your pendulum, again, it doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, whatever resonates with you. Okay, yeah. I think that covers charts and how to use them correctly. Do we have any questions?
So I had a question. The dowsing rods, are those
the
the
dowsing
same
rods.
principle?
Huh?
What?
Is that the same principle here?
Getting another V.
I've never used them. I've used them when I lived on the farm when I first grew up, and I held them with my hands and would look for water, but that was before I knew how pendulum worked. But I know that was able to find things. So it's kind of the same principle. So if you're looking for something, I don't know why it wouldn't work. I haven't done it. So
Mom's going again.
that's something I can't specifically talk about because I personally don't have any experience with it. But I do know, yes, if you do know what you're doing with them, they can be used for divination. They can be used for finding things also. For those of you that don't know what dowsing rods are, they're like an L-shaped rod that you hold in your hands like this. So the rod would sit here, and then the rest of it would sit there. And what you do is, I don't have two pens.
Is it okay?
You hold them and they would like cross. They move like this in your hands without you moving them. Same as the pendulum moves without you moving it.
Can I call you a ski?
They were used to find water
Oh, yes.
back in the day.
I'm getting a yes.
Okay,
So-
Clear you.
I'll ask you, could you call him Sky? Because that's what's in there.
Well, that's
Oh,
SQ.
Okay, so numbers, letters, dates.
But you could still use the letters.
Give me a
Are we
clear
good?
yes
Does that
on
make sense for everybody? Does that resonate for everybody?
I'm curious to know how many spirit guides you all have.
Oh, all right, good. Let's do it. How many spirit guides do we have? Do I have? How many spirit guides do I have?
Let's write this down, Houston.
Girl, good thought. Oh, you know what? That's a good thing. I forgot challenges and results. That's a good thing. You know, let's just work through them right now while we're all together. So we got our main guide name.
Here. I heard all those letters.
All right, I'm clearly getting that mine is a man. A male.
Bless
Did
you.
you have a man or woman?
Watch him.
Mine's a male. Okay, mine's a male.
Hey, do you guys ever So we're gonna do automatic writing coming up. Do you guys ever like write stuff and you're like, what the hell did I just write? Like I was writing main guide name and this is what came out right here.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's the main guide name, but that's what it's supposed to be main guide name.
You were Chinese.
Wow.
That's not guide. That's not name, but that's
Yeah.
what came out.
Kelsey, when you wrote that, were you like in a meditative state or?
Yeah, usually when I'm like doing this, I prepare myself to channel, so stuff comes through sometimes. But yeah, so.
Mitch, did you ask it how many spirit guides you have?
Yeah, I'm
How
waiting.
many? Oh.
I don't know yet.
How many spirit guides do I have?
You write the
Space them out.
numbers.
Space them out. Yeah. I would just go to 10.
Something told me to do
Oh yeah, 1 to 10. Just write 1 to 10,
Yeah.
and then a plus sign.
5, Sabrina?
Oh, and then a plus
Yeah.
sign. Oh, plus sign.
I don't know. Mine went through 1 through 12, but I had 10 kind of stuck on. I don't know.
10. There you go.
So ask it, is the number of my spirit guides 10?
Okay.
4. I got 4.
4, Kelsey?
I did not previously know that. I assumed I had 1. Actually, I've never asked. I've only ever seen 1. I've only ever talked to 1. But I've never asked. So that's cool.
So I did this little thing. I'm only on my 4th one. It said that I have 9. I've only gotten to my 4th one. And so I'm in the process of learning them because I figure once you know all of them, you can kind of call on which one that you think suits your needs, right? You know, that's the way I'm
That's
thinking it,
true.
you know?
Girl, yes. That's true. Good point.
Where's that pen? Where's that pen? Midge, is it 10? Yeah?
I got
Awesome.
6.
Yeah. I gotta
6?
use-
Awesome. Megan, did you get a number?
Thank you.
How many did you get, Carmen?
I have 7, and I
7.
think I've met 3. I know
Awesome.
2 for sure, but I think I've met the 3rd one.
Awesome.
And
Stephanie has
it's true.
5.
It's true, Pam. Once you know your guides and you're seeking for help in a certain way, you call them forward.
Yeah. Like my
Right.
angel, my angel spirit guide is Hope. So like when I asked can you please show me my second spirit guide, it went to Hope, and my intuition just told me, okay, that's my angel spirit guide. So and it makes perfect sense, like if you knew me and knew, like it makes sense. So that was really fun to discover when I discovered that. And I figure, you know, like you said, like if you know who you have behind you, you can, at certain circumstances, if you're looking for certain things, they can, you know, depending on who they are, they're going to be able to help you more. So.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, Megan, when you do get home, go ahead and let us know what your answers are.
Oh.
She said in the chat she can't do it. Well, obviously she's at an appointment, so she can't do it right now. So
I gotcha.
yeah.
How you feeling? Are you good?
Megan?
Yeah. I was just, because I know she's been having been at the doctor a lot.
I think her screen's breaking up.
Do you guys feel like, okay, like when I first started doing picture readings and stuff, then I would get really, really worn out after like 1. And then now with the pendulum, I'm finding the same thing, that I have to like work up. Like I can only do it so long, and then I feel really like
Drained.
Tired.
worn out. Yes. Is that normal?
Think of it like exercise. Let's say you want to go and run a mile. Well, you can't run a mile if you haven't been running a mile. Channeling, connecting to spirit, it burns calories. It's exhausting. It wears you out. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of energy to do it. So practice, basically. Practice and build yourself up. Work yourself up to that. So if you're able to just do 1 reading and it wears you out, make it a short reading and just practice. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. The more efficient you're going to get at it, the longer you're going to be able to do it. For instance, for me, if I'm having a medium session with somebody, I can only go for like an hour doing a mediumship session with somebody, because if I go longer than that, I get worn out. My body gets tense. Like I get parched, I get thirsty, like I get tired, and the rest of my day is shot because it takes so much energy out of me to do that. Like channeling and connecting to spirit isn't just something that you can do every day, all day. You have to work yourself up to it. So when you're doing a session, just think of it like exercising. You can't just hop on a treadmill and go run a mile and be cool like you never ran that mile. You have to work yourself up, build up that endurance, build up that spiritual and physical endurance to channel. So you'll get there. Just pace yourself, be kind to yourself, make sure you hydrate. Do not eat a big meal before you channel or connect or do spiritual work because you're using additional energy to digest your food. So it'll drain you even faster. Make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you're grounded. Make sure you're protected also. Keep your crystals near you. Burn your sage. Do whatever it is you need to do to make your space good. Definitely make sure you're grounded. I don't know if I just said that, but ground yourself. That'll help you to keep your energy up. Yeah, and just work yourself up. So it's okay if you can only do one reading at a time, even if it's like 5-10 minutes, and then stop and let yourself get your energy back. And then the next time go for an additional 2 minutes or whatever. You know, just think of it like the jogging. You got to work yourself up to it. So that's completely normal for that to be happening to you. Yeah. I don't think I've talked about.
I'll show you guys my new. I'm super excited about my new amethyst
Put it
crystal.
close.
Oh, wow.
Put it
Wow.
right.
Really nice.
So pretty.
Like nobody
That's so
appreciates it as much as I do in my house, so I just had to share it with you.
Oh, we appreciate it. Dude, that's beautiful.
That is pretty.
So-
Wow.
It's awesome. It's the biggest
Now you
one I
can
have.
now you can
I love
beat
it.
people.
That's one of the biggest ones I've seen.
You throw it at people you don't like. Take some spirit with them.
Use it as a weapon.
Tie a rope around it and make it a huge pendulum.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's gorgeous.
Man, that was
Wow.
cool. That was cool.
Yeah, I want to get some more stones too.
Girl, you and me both.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
and
like,
then
I want to go to the crystal store and just like buy them all. You
Oh my
know?
God. Have you seen there's this one, I don't know, there's this one picture that it's like a meme and it's this giant crystal and it was like crystal gold. I was like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also got my little, my Reiki symbols.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I love that.
I've never
yeah, I
seen
love
that.
that.
I haven't either.
I've never. That's cool.
That is cool.
I was super excited about it. But again, nobody appreciates it as much as me around here.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Hey, you guys. What are the main crystals that are supposed to help with like your intuition? Like, which ones are supposed to be really good for like opening up your intuition?
I use amethyst. It's basic and it's all encompassing. That's what I've used from the very beginning. There's many, but
There's
amethyst is my go-to.
Okay. Okay.
Amethyst is my choice too.
Okay. Cool.
Where is my amethyst? Okay.
Sometimes if I want if I were to do like a pure like if I was really trying to get like angels versus anything else, I would maybe use selenite or clear quartz.
Okay. Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
that's just kind of my personal. Most of the time, amethyst is what I use.
Okay.
Amethyst is what I use too, and I'll put it on my third eye. I'll literally put it on my third eye. And
Really? Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'll do.
You know what?
Good.
Cassie, I've somebody, you know who told me, Jennifer McFarlane.
Yeah.
She told me that rubbing clary sage on your third eye, it helps to. She said that will really
Cleanse
open
it.
it up too.
Yep.
Cleanse your third eye. The clary
Yep.
sage oil. Okay.
What is
yeah.
it? Clary sage oil?
The clary sage oil. She says you just rub it on your third eye.
Mhm.
And I did that the other day. Before I meditated, I rubbed some on my third eye, and I felt like I had this like extra deep meditation.
Really? Okay.
After I put that there, I just went like super deep into my meditation. I don't know if it was the oil, but you know.
Yeah, I've heard
Might
that
have
too.
been.
Not with that particular thing. I just read any essential oil if you do before your meditation. It's supposed to intensify your meditation and bring you into a more,
Frankincense too, I find is very high vibration with frankincense.
Yeah.
Can you guys see that?
What's that one?
I can't see it. Sage.
Sage.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
the living one. I got it from
Yeah.
my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Oh, mugwort. If you guys want to have really lucid dreaming or deep meditative states that have
Should I order that online? Because I can't find it anywhere around here.
What's it called?
Mugwort?
Store.
Spell
Yeah,
it.
just get it online if you can.
Is it a tea?
That's what I do with it. It comes, for me, I got this big plastic bag that dried herb from this herb store that they just threw it in the bag, but I put it in the little tea strainer thingy.
Yeah.
And I steep it. Yeah.
How do you spell it?
That makes you very like
MUGWORT.
Okay.
mugwort. Okay.
I'm glad we're talking about this. I haven't used that in a long time. I remember the very first time that I drank it, I remember I was laying in bed and I was like meditating and I look over with my eyes closed. I look over and there's this trickster, like also he's floating, but he's laying in a horizontal position. And he so creepy. He looks over and he looks at me and he sees a smile. And I'm like, what the? Like, he tripped me out, dude.
Wow.
Painted,
You
he
know
was
what?
crazy looking.
We should all drink that one night and the same night and the next day tell each other.
Meet up somewhere.
We should. You know what?
Somewhere,
We should do that, you guys. Let's do
Yes.
that.
I
Y'all
am
want
curious to see if we would see any of us. Like I
Okay, I have an idea.
wanted to try that. I really
Let's,
did.
You might need a little peyote.
Let's all do it the same
You got
night,
any,
though.
Mitch?
Same night.
I can probably find it.
You do.
Grows around here.
All right, Stephanie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. What were you
No, I
saying?
said let's do an experiment and all the same night we'll drink it before we go to bed and then we'll see what happens the next morning.
Yes, I'm down for that.
You guys want to?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will.
That goes into a whole nother.
That's a whole nother class.
That's a whole other thing. Astral projection. Well, remote viewing is kind of where I was going to talk about astral projection when we tap into that. Yeah. We should do that though. That would be awesome.
You know, we could order it online and then when we all get it, we'll do it.
Okay.
Dude, deal.
Done.
15 days till the next full moon.
Yes, the 17th. 17th. We should do it on the full moon.
Yes.
17. Can we all get mugwort by then? I have it.
Amazon?
Do you think I could,
Amazon?
Kelsey, do you think I could find it at a health food store?
Mm-hmm.
Or organic store? Okay.
Yeah.
You know
Just
what?
look up an herb store. If you're in a tourist area, you should have some sort of herb store there.
You would think.
Yeah.
I like that.
Call them and see if they have it.
I have one organic like health food kind of store, but now that I'm saying that to you, I don't even know if they're still open. so we'll see. I'll let you know.
Cool.
But you know what? If they don't have, you could probably find like a tea store online that sells teas online.
That's probably what I'm gonna have to do.
I'll look on Amazon and see if I can't find something that works good, and I'll post it if I find something.
Okay.
Cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
right.
that would be fun.
I love you guys. I have to go, but this is awesome.
Bye, girl.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Pam.
Bye.
Okay, awesome. So for everybody else, that was cool. This will be fun. I'm excited.
Me too.
We're going to have our next Zoom class in the astral projection area. That'll be so cool. Right? Where do you hold class at? In my mind.
Lock them up.
So funny. Oh, I love it.
That's gonna be so fun, y'all.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share a story with you guys real quick.
Okay.
I think I already told Carmen about it last night. We were messaging each other, so Carmen, you know about it. But I just thought I'll share it with the group today. It happened to me yesterday in the middle of my Reiki session.
Ooh.
So I've been giving a lot of Reiki to people lately, but I haven't been getting a lot of I've been giving it, but not getting a lot of it lately. So yesterday I actually went and got a Reiki session done to me from my Reiki master. And we were in the middle of my session and she was doing Reiki, doing her thing on me. She's very tuned in. Now, my Reiki master, you know her, Kelsey, Peggy Driscoll.
Or Peggy?
Peg.
Yes.
So I went and I love her. Let me tell you guys, first of all, this woman is insanely tuned in. I mean, she's
an angel on earth. She is an angel walking earth.
She literally is like an angel personified. I mean, she's so tuned in. She's pure love. She's just love personified in a person. And but she sees orbs, she sees spirits. I mean, it's like to her, it's like breathing. It's like normal that she just wakes up and sees orbs everywhere.
Right.
That's a normal day for her. Okay. So yesterday I went and had a session with her, and we're in her beautiful space that she creates. And I'm having the session, and about 10 minutes into the Reiki session, I felt spirit touch me. Physically touch me. And it wasn't her, because I know it wasn't her, because she had both of her hands on my head, and the extra hand touched me down on my right foot. And so it was like a third hand that wasn't hers, and it was definitely spirit, came in and touched my foot as if I was touching y'all. I mean, it was like this, as clear as day.
That's awesome.
And it happened to me 7 times in a session yesterday.
There's your 7 again.
Physically touched my spirit 7 times in my session yesterday. It was mind-blowingly amazing.
That is so cool.
I mean, they touched me 3 times on my head. They touched me twice on my right hand, on my left hand, and on my right foot. And it was as clear as if you were touching me. It was, you guys, it was like, I started crying. It was such a beautiful experience. I was like bawling in the middle of my session. Peggy was like, oh my God. But the fact that it happened multiple, and it's like, I felt them touch me, you guys. This stuff, if you've never believed in your life, believe, because this stuff is so real.
That's awesome.
I mean, I felt them touch me. You guys, it was incredible.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, the angels were there with you.
They were so there, and she was seeing their orbs flying all over the place with her own eyes. I'm feeling them touch me. It was amazing.
That is so cool.
I'm still like thinking about it today. I'm still blown. My mind is like, oh my God, that happened.
It is mind blowing, isn't it? It is mind blowing when it happens too. You're like, whoa, what was that?
I started crying because I was like, oh my God, I feel you. I'm like, spirit, I feel you. I feel you.
And to physically feel it. Yeah, that's confirmation right there.
It's like nothing else. Like if you were ever skeptical or didn't believe before, when you physically feel that extra hand touch you and you know it's not hers, you're like, this is so, they are so there with you, you guys. I mean, they are so right there with you. They're right there with you. And then I got to feel them yesterday. It was cool.
It's profound.
It was so cool.
That is.
Oh, so I just wanted to share that with y'all.
Oh, that's a good story. Thank you for sharing that. That's cool. I always get touched my hand. Right here. They always touch my hand.
Yes. And so if you want to feel them, like Kelsey said, just open yourself up. Say, I know you're there. I would love to, invite them to
experience this. Yeah. Just ask. They want to. So just ask.
Just say, I know you're right there with me. I would love if you wanted to brush me or touch me. Just invite them to. And you know what? Then you'll feel it one day, and you'll be like, oh my God.
Right. That's awesome.
It's not a creepy thing. It's loving. Like, it's a loving touch. When they touched me yesterday, it was like that.
That's so cool. I know. That's great. Oh, gosh, I want to meet Pam so bad. Pam, why do I keep calling her Pam?
Hey. Well, and Pam's very tuned in too. So.
Yeah, we all are actually. We all are.
Yeah.
My husband's home from lunch, you guys.
Well.
Okay, so what do we think? Are you comfortable with everything that we did today, Carmen? Do you feel okay and safe with it?
And yeah, I definitely feel safe. I don't, I feel fine with it. Yeah. I just need to practice a little bit, make sure I'm getting the right answers.
Yeah. Practice. Ask the questions you already have the answers to. That way you can get the confirmation. Remember the feelings that you have when you're doing it, when you're getting the correct answers, when you're getting answers that aren't correct. It's really about being in tune with yourself and knowing what the feeling is when you're doing it. What's right, what's not right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. This was fun. Awesome. So next class will be in our minds next week?
Yes, we'll be lucid. Or wait, what will we be?
We'll be
high on Mugwort tea.
Mugwort tea, that's right. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, we did the numbers, time, states, name, how many. Cool, yeah, I think we covered it. Everything about pendulum charts. Okay, so next week, next Friday, it's going to be at the same time. It's going to be at the 11 o'clock time frame. I'm going to go ahead and end recording now.